Today we just signed an agreement between the government of Rwanda and a company called Andela. Andela is an American company that trains and employs software developers, linking them with employers or their clients all over the world, especially in the US. It's a very historic deal for us in Rwanda because it provides an opportunity for up to 500 Rwandans to be trained as a minimum. That is what we've contracted with Andela, but that number is definitely going to go beyond 500 Rwandans in software development. So they will spend 4 years with Andela. The first 6 to 8 months, they will be trained in software development, and when they get those skills, Andela will employ them and deploy them to work as part of the teams of different companies all over the world. And some of these companies are renowned companies like MasterCard, and so it's really a very globally competitive opportunity that a Rwandan will get to be able to provide services that an American can provide in the US, but providing that service here in Rwanda and providing those companies with softwares they need for their day-to-day jobs. So it's a really, it's a first of its kind for us in Rwanda, but it's also very much in line with our vision to become an IT hub for the African region and to have Rwandan very skilled people that can actually be competitive beyond our country. The other part that's really interesting about Andela is that it's not just going to be a Rwandan-focused company. The agreement we have with them is to develop a Pan-African hub. So they will also be attracting developers from the rest of Africa to come and live in Rwanda and be trained in Rwanda and provide services to American companies via Andela from Rwanda. And that has a lot of opportunities. When a country is a hub, as we expect to be for this particular deal, it stimulates the economy of that country because we have people living here, spending here, earning here, contributing to social security, contributing to taxes, contributing to the demand and consumption for the overall economy. And we think that's a really good thing because these will be quite fairly well-paid developers on the market.
We learned a bunch of lessons early that I think we probably didn't fully know what we were getting into, and at the same time, they prepared us for the next couple of years in really meaningful ways. I think the fact that we had, so we have 6 co-founders, and 3 are from Africa, 2 Nigeria, 1 Cameroon, and then 3 from North America, I think really helped a lot. If it hadn't been for that, I think the first few years would have been, I know, there are probably half a dozen different times where we would have said, you know what, this is just going to be too hard or too difficult. And thankfully, because of that diverse group of people, we were able to work through it and learn from those challenges instead. And I think that's a big part of why we are here today, 4 years later. The ability to bring together diverse viewpoints in order to understand really what is the best possible strategy and approach. People at Andela don't have to leave their country. And so it actually doesn't require people moving to other countries to gain the kind of exposure you'd have if you were to send a few hundred of the most best and brightest to Silicon Valley to work for a few years. That exposure would be incredible for those people. But now you don't need those people to actually leave in order to do it. You can gain that kind of exposure and build those skills in the local ecosystem. And so as opposed to brain drain, you're actually bringing skills and bringing sort of know-how about some of the fastest growing, most successful companies in the world directly into the countries we operate in.
The country needs 10,000 software developers. That is at least what we've identified. And so having one company start with 500 and bring it to 1,000, and we expect them to go beyond 5 years, is a significant contribution to the 10,000 gap that we know we need for the economy. So, and it's not just the numbers that the software developers will be contributing to that 10,000 gap that we need. It's also, you know, the spillover effects to the economy. We've estimated that in the first phase of 500 developers and 200 developers from outside Rwanda, in addition to the 500 Rwandans, we will be earning exports of services of $34 million, which is quite significant. That is almost a third of what we earn in coffee or tea. So it's a very significant contribution in the services sector. And for a long time, we wanted to develop our capacity as a country to export IT services. Here's an opportunity that we're going to do that. But it's not just the exports of $34 million, even the taxes. We estimate they will contribute up to $10 million of taxes in pay as you earn. And that's not counting VAT or whatever they consume on the market and spend on the market, which really is what drives productivity of the economy. So it's really a good deal on many fronts.